And we're back with WSJ Lunch Break. I'm Wendy Bounds. When picking the perfect champagne, it can help to know two letters. That is N and V. What do they mean? Letty Teague's right here giggling beside me. What have you been doing?
NV.
NV.
I like that.
I know why you're laughing. I'm not going to tell anybody.
And
All right.
I'm totally sober. I'm sorry to say.
Oh, I'm so sorry, but you can fix that with this.
I will.
N and V, non-vintage. Why should people care about a champagne that's non-vintage?
Well, they should care about it for a number of reasons. It's the kind of champagne you're going to see the most often because of any champagne house. It's far and away the largest percentage of the production. It's the most affordable, and most importantly, though, it's the most characteristic of the house's style, and which is to say, you know, because it's non-vintage or multi-vintage, which some houses prefer to call it. It's a blend, and it's a consistent blend year to year. So it's basically once you've discovered the house and the style that you love, you can anticipate that it's going to be the same year after year after year.
And we love
consistency.
And you've been tasting some of these, all of them under $100. You brought two of them here. Pour us.
I will. I'm sorry.
And tell us about this.
Okay.
Tell us about them as you do.
Okay, so this, the first one is a small house called Bollinger, and you may know it from the James Bond movies, aka Bali.
Bali.
And this is actually one of my favorite styles. It's a very rich, very big. Well, you know what? Why don't we taste, and then I'll tell you. You can tell me what you find.
What am I supposed to be looking for? This is what people always wonder when they drink champagne.
What do they look for? Well, you think about the mouthfeel. You know, what's the texture? And this, I think, in the case of Bollinger, it's very luxurious. It's very rich. It's very almost biscuity. And it's a very particular style. I mean, once you've tasted Bollinger, you're never going to forget that. You know, and just the length of it. You know, it seems like it goes on and on. In a way, it's more like a wine than a champagne. You know, because it has that. It's substantial.
How many different grapes are in this? Because I know this is part of the making of these champagnes.
Right. And champagne is all about blending.
Right.
In this case, this is predominantly Pinot Noir.
Okay.
But there are also the other two recognized grapes, or most commonly utilized grapes, are Chardonnay and Pinot Meunier, and that's also in this. But this is very much a Pinot Noir dominated.
All right,
champagne.
This one's feeling lonely. Let's give it a love over here. Tell us about it.
This is a J. La Salle. It's a rosé, a Premier Cru, and that means that the grapes that were grown in the let me interrupt myself. The grapes, the vineyards are not what's rated in Champagne. It's the village. So this particular village, the Chigny-les-Roses, is actually a Premier Cru village. And this, I just think, I chose
that
this
one's
in particular,
good.
Isn't it?
It's very really, it's fruity
and a lovely
light.
aroma.
Let me ask you this: people, when they are looking for pricing on these non-vintage champagnes, Letty, I mean, these are under $100. Really, what's the
well under?
What's the lowest you can go and still get something decent that you
know? I think if you shop around, you can find something in the low 30s. These, I have to say, are on the I consider on the higher end of non-vintage. The Bollinger I bought for 48, the J. La Salle for 50. So they're definitely on the upper range, but I think they're both just really beautiful expressions of what a non-vintage champagne can be. I brought a little ditty. I don't know if there's time to,
Is this a
to
song?
read it. It's actually Lily Bollinger's.
Do we have time?
Do we have time
Harlan,
for this?
tell me. We have time. He says read, but read quickly.
Okay. I drink it when I'm happy. I drink it when I'm sad. Sometimes I drink it when I'm alone. When I have company, it's obligatory. I trifle with it if I'm not hungry, and I drink it when I am. Otherwise, I never touch it unless I'm thirsty.
Nice. Come on, let's have some applause in the background there. You can hear it. Thank you.
All right. Bollinger.